All right, we are joined by Patrick Sheehy from Vertical Insurance. Patrick, thanks for joining
Of
us.
course, Charlie. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah,
Happy to be here.
you bet, you bet. So we're having fun at the U.S. Swim School Conference here in Phoenix, Arizona. We exchanged a few emails and messages. Tell us a little bit about your. We are a vendor here. You guys are a vendor here. Tell everybody about the space that you're in and how you guys are improving the sport of swimming.
Yeah, absolutely. So at Vertical Insure, we're in the embedded insurance industry. Long story short, a lot of us started working at SportsVision, who's a similar platform to Swimmingly, and we offered this and spun up a company. We work with not only sports management platforms, swimming management platforms, but started getting into the schools and organizations, clubs as well. What we do is we provide registration and refund protection, as well as accident and injury protection. Kind of twofold, protects families, protects organizations and clubs as well. The idea being if there's any unforeseen events that come up, injuries, moving, weather, whatever it might be, protecting revenue at the organization and the club level, and making sure that parents and families are compensated or refunded for anything that may just come up that you don't expect them to taking care of everyone. So
Okay, so insurance, and now you're talking to swim teams, schools, organizations. It's another administrative thing. Coaches would call it that's the dry side of the business, right?
right.
And you hear a lot of I want to coach, and as much as I can just focus on coaching, that's my sweet spot. When you guys are making a sale, what's the big driving home takeaway message that you deliver to cause that coach or that swim school to stop and think like, hey, this is a real thing that I need to this system over here on the dry side.
Sure, yeah.
I really need to stop and think about this.
Yeah, so there is that initial thought that pops in everyone's head where we're adding administrative work to their plate when we implement this. But honestly, the nice part is we handle all claims, we handle all support. So it's really just added value for their families, and then being able to retain that revenue. There's always hassles that come along with refunds and chargebacks and back and forth. So we're actually taking that off of their plate as well. And that's kind of the aha moment most of the time for them.
Yep. Yep. Gotcha. Tell us how long have you been with Vertical and where are you guys going from here?
Yep, I'm coming up on 2 years here in October. So I was pretty early. We've been growing extremely fast. It's been really fun to be a part of. When I started, I was employee 11, and now we're up to about 25. From here, we work across 8 different verticals currently. We're rolling out a couple more verticals outside of sports here coming up the next year. We have plans to continue to grow starting in January again. And then this working at the more organizational and club level is something that we are actually rolling out with my colleague Brennan, who's here with me, starting on October 1st. So really excited about that. Historically, we've gone from the platform down approach, and now we're kind of taking it to the other side and doing both at once and going bottom up. So when we started, we would integrate directly with platforms that clubs use for their registration journeys, their club management.
I don't know of any of those.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and as we've grown, and especially in the sports space, we've been really successful, and 80-90% of the platforms in North America that we partner with.
Amazing.
And then, just even going back to taking more of the work off of their plate, we want to be able to go and talk to those clubs, especially their lighthouse organizations, make sure they have a full understanding of how it works, provide them with messaging, wording, where they can direct their families if there is a claim or anything that comes up that we need to deal with. So,
Right. Some school market, you got the corporates here and you got the locally owned, the mom
right.
and pops, independently owned. Which is your favorite? Who do you like working with the best?
I wouldn't say I have a favorite. We've talked to both, quite a few of both today. A lot of corporate ones that you can tell when they have 5 people in the same shirt when they walk up to your booth. We learn things from them. We've talked to some smaller schools. We talked to one out in your region from Charleston earlier. She had a lot of great insights. We learned a lot from her. I don't think it sounds like I'm being diplomatic, but honestly, we don't
No favorites.
no favorites. No, we just want to make this accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone's feeling like that they're covered. There's not going to be any friction that arises. So yeah. I
Awesome.
wouldn't say we have a favorite.
Yeah. Understood.
Like I said, it's been great. We've learned a lot, even just today from both sides.
Yeah. Would you guys come back to the conference next year?
Definitely, yeah.
Very cool.
And it's only been half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we're only half a day in.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man. Well, Patrick, we appreciate your time. If there's anything that folks need to know about vertical insurance, what's your parting words for them?
I would say that insurance, it occasionally comes with a little hesitation when people hear that word, but we're here to protect both families and clubs and handle everything on both sides of it. So it's honestly not as scary as it sounds.
Not as scary.
Yeah. Pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Charlie.